layman going to court in Nigeria for the first time. So maybe you have a case or you're following someone or you just want to go sightsee. Your first time in court as a layman. There's a video we did about 4 or 5 years ago where we talked about 10 things you should not do in a Nigerian court. But here are things that you should do. The first thing you should know is that the court sits at 9 a.m. or so soon thereafter, all over Nigeria. 9 a.m. or so soon thereafter. So the court can sit anytime from 9, but you should be there before 9 on the dot. That's essentially what it means. It means that the court will not sit before 9. It's an impossibility as at the time of making this video, but the court will sit from 9 upwards, so it could sit much later depending on the judge, their itinerary, and so many other factors. But from 9 the court sits. Some judges are so prompt they will sit by 9. So you should get to court before 9. When you get to court, look for the gallery. Gallery does not mean upstairs, because that's what most people think of as gallery in Nigeria. It means where the audience sits. The gallery is where the audience sits in court. So you would find the different divisions. If you watch the video that we did, I will link it in the description box to this video. The video that we did on, courts in Nigeria, where I showed you the inside of different courts and the different parts and what they are called. You will see the place where you should sit. So you sit quietly and you turn off your phone or put it on silence. Very important, because if your phone rings in court, the judge's orderly will take it, seize it from you, and you may never get it again, or you may never get it. You will likely get it, but not that day, most likely, or you have to wait till the end of the sitting and then beg and show that you're sober if you want to get it. So put your phones on silence or switch it off. Also, wear decent clothing to court. Don't wear things that will make the judge notice you. You're not to be noticed in court, because the judge can call you up and then start asking questions. Who are you? What are you here for? Why are you dressed like that? The judge is the alpha and omega in the court. So just wear something that is decent. It could be formal and it could be semi-formal or informal. Just make sure you're well covered up. You're neat, you're not looking raggedy or dirty, and you're not calling unnecessary attention to yourself. And then you come in, you sit quietly. Don't start chit-chatting in court. Very important. Don't start chit-chatting. Sit quietly. If you have come with a lawyer or for a matter, listen attentively for when your case will be called and for how other cases are conducted, so you know what to do. If you're a witness in a case, you know that when it's time for you to give evidence, you will be called, then you will go into the witness box. If you're also a litigant, just a litigant, not giving evidence in the case, you will be called. When your case is called and your name is called, you have to stand up so that the court will recognize you and note it in the file that you came. It's also a sign of seriousness, and it could go into how the judge thinks about your case or perceives you. But it may not be completely compulsory for you to be there as a litigant, especially if you're not giving evidence. But it is necessary. Your lawyer will advise you on what is the propriety or what's the proper thing to do. Also, be courteous to other, show courtesy rather, show courtesy to other people in the gallery. Don't start a fight. Don't fight for seats. Don't keep seats that you're not using. Adjust if need be. Because sometimes the court can be so full, and then people will be signaling to you, adjust so that we can share the seat and all of that. And when your case is done, or when you're done, when you come into the court also, I've said that you come early. But if it happens that you come late and the judge is already sitting, you have to take a bow. At the entrance, once you come in, you take a bow before you proceed to where you will sit. If you need to go out at any point in time during the proceedings, when you get to the door, you face the judge and take a bow before you step out. Very important. And when you are ingressing and egressing from court, you do it very quietly. Don't come in and be making noise with your shoe, with your strides. Go in and come out quietly. Now, you can take phone calls, but you need to step out. You just need to be very quiet and very sober. The court is a very sober place. The atmosphere is generally sober. That's what I mean. So you have to be very quiet, very peaceful, very demure, very mindful. This should get you through your first court attendance in Nigeria. If there's a joke that's been made, laugh with caution. Laugh, I say, with caution. And round up the laughter. When you round off the laughter, rather, when you see that it's being rounded off, by the judge or by other people, do not laugh excessively. Do not call unnecessary attention to yourself. I'm just saying that because that's the easiest way to just get through court successfully. If you call attention to yourself, just be ready to answer the questions and to provide all the information that may be required of you. So the court is not a place to be afraid of. It's a place where you would actually enjoy the proceedings. If you listen well, you will find some entertaining things, informative things, and educating things, during the proceedings or of the day, yes. And generally, if you maintain your calm and quiet, you will get through successfully. So these are the things to note. If you are hungry, you can step out to eat, but the courtroom is not the place to eat or even to drink water. Even lawyers are not permitted in some courts. Now, judges are becoming more liberal, so they may permit a lawyer to take water, but the court is not the place to eat. So if you have anything to eat or to drink, you step out to eat it and to drink it. Very important. You don't make noise in court. You don't speak over the judge, over the lawyers. If you need to speak, you speak in whispers and make sure you're not disrupting the proceedings. If you need probably to speak to your lawyer, you cannot go into the lawyer's sitting area when the court is in session. Maybe you send your lawyer a message on the phone quietly, or you wait for them to look at you, or to probably send somebody to you or send a message to you. You must not go into the lawyer's sitting area, and you must not go forward to the bench, that is towards the judge, without being summoned or called upon, because the orderly will grab you and you never can tell where you may end up. Okay, nothing will happen to you, but the orderly will definitely rush you. They would come at you and they will prevent you from advancing further, because the court does the calling, the direction. You do not do it. So you can't just get up at will and say, I'm going to the lawyer, or I'm going to the judge, or I want to talk to the registrar. When the court is sitting, you can't do those things. You are restricted to the gallery, the sitting area for the audience and the court attendees. Very important. These are some of the things that will get you through your first, court visit or court attendance. What other things can you think of? Leave them in the comment section, and I will see you in my very next video. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Bat Up with Ola, and my name is Ola.